Okay, welcome back Year 11. The third paper you will sit, this one will be after the May half term, will be GCSE English Language Paper 1, Explorations in Creative Reading and Writing. So this is the fiction paper where you read a piece of fiction and then you write your own piece of fiction as well. The exam date for this will be the 5th of June 2018, it will be in the morning. And most of you will have 1 hour 45 minutes to complete the exam. If you have extra time, that will be just over 2 hours. Like with literature paper 2 and paper 1, I write the timings on the front of my exam script. So my reading time is 10 minutes. For question 1, 5 minutes. Question 2, 10 minutes. Question 3, 10 minutes. Question 4, 25 minutes. Question 5, the writing piece, 45 minutes. If you have extra time, you get a little bit longer for each question, making sure that you always leave at least 45 minutes or 50 minutes for the writing question. That one's worth 40 marks. Okay, you're in the exam, you put your name on the piece of paper, and the first thing you do is you read the extract, source A. You'll recognise this one from your PPE exams. It tells you it's a short story set in the early 1900s, and it's about Rosabelle, the lower class girl that works in the hat shop, and she's on her way home. As you read, make sure that you're making your notes in the margin to summarise what you've read. So for example, at the start, she's getting on the bus. Looking out the window. And then the key part here is when she has a flashback to her day at work. You spend 10 minutes reading, and even if you read it in a quicker speed than that, I would go back again and reread it to make sure that you've understood the source really well. Then, as you know, question 1, only worth 4 marks, list 4 things. This is from the lines specified and 4 facts, so 1 per line. There's no inference needed. This is a nice question to warm us up for the exam. Then question 2, what we call the language analysis question. You are given a short extract from the text in the box, and the question will always be, how has the writer used language to describe, and here we're looking at Rosabelle's bus journey home. What I would want you all to do is make sure you annotate this extract before reading. So you're looking for interesting adjectives there, blurred and misty. You're looking for the imagery of the shops as fairy palaces, and then you're looking at the kind of discomfort felt as she's on the bus watching everyone with the same expression, this mundane journey, and she's feeling almost stifled by it. I'd expect this to be full of annotations, and then you write up your answer using the square-qua formula. We'd expect at least 2 of these, maybe 3 if you have time. Once that one's done, you move on to question 3. And again, there'll be no surprises here because this is always the structure question. You need to think about the whole source. You need to note that this is the beginning of a story. Now that's interesting. Think back to year 10, everything we learned about what you'd expect from a beginning, what makes a good opening. And then the question is always, how is the writer structured to interest you as a reader? To help us with how it's structured, we use our acronym of COPS. So you're always thinking about changes, you're always thinking about opening and ending, you're always thinking about the people, and you're often thinking about the setting or a significant sentence. For this one, we need 3 paragraphs, and the easiest way to structure is one on the beginning of the text. When we meet Rosabelle, great detail, we learn that she's the main character. One on the middle of the text, Again, here it's about a flashback is our technique, and then on the ending of the text and how that's resolved. Any other structural features as well that you find are welcome in this question. Question 4 becomes our evaluation question, and we've been working on this a lot in class. It's basically the same skill of what you'd use in an English literature exam. You're looking at from line 19 to the end, and you're given what I can only presume is a made-up statement from a student. This part of the story, set in a hat shop, shows that the red-haired girl has many advantages in life, and I think Rosabelle has a right to be angry. So we've got 2 points here. Do we agree that the red-haired girl has many advantages in life? And what's your evidence? And do you think Rosabelle has a right to be angry? And what's your evidence? And then you're evaluating, you're weighing up to what extent do you agree. Do you fully agree? Do you partially agree? Do you agree with one part of the statement and not the other? And then thinking of, well, at the reasons why Rosabelle's angry in this question. You need to consider your own opinion of the red-haired girl. You need to consider how the writer conveys Rosabelle's reaction, and also references to the text, which are always quotes. Again, we use square. I would link back to the question in this one. Times 3, because this is a 20-mark question and you spend 25 minutes on this one. Don't forget your AO2 here is very important. So you're looking at the methods the writer uses. You're using your subject terms just like you would in a literature exam, even though it's a language exam. Okay, and once you're finished with your reading section, you've shown your examiner that you can read and understand a text, you move on to the writing section. It kindly tells you to spend 45 minutes on this section. If you have extra time, that's 50 minutes. It reminds you to write in full sentences. It reminds you to plan your answer, and it reminds you to check your work at the end. You'd have to proofread this text. Remember, there are 16 marks available for your SPAG and accuracy. You can either choose to describe the bus or describe the picture, or in this case, describe a journey by bus suggested by the picture. So this could be your start point, and then you can move on to something else. Or more of a narrative story, write a story about two people from very different backgrounds. It doesn't matter which you choose the one you're most comfortable with, and underline the key words in the question. And then I would expect you all to plan. Feel free to take a full page for this, or to ask the invigilators for extra planning. And don't forget that we use all the things we've been practicing in class. So you're going to use mirror, mirror, or a different whole text structure. You're going to start in media res, so in the action. And you might use other structural features as well. This shows that you have written a crafted piece of work, and that's what AQA are looking for. You're obviously going to use interesting language as well and interesting vocab, and you're always going to proofread at the end with a focus on crafting your sentences. So you're using and varying all types of sentences for effect to take your reader on a journey. The final thing to remember for this is, even though AQA give you pages and pages and pages and pages to write on, what they are after is 2 pages of well-planned, well-crafted writing, not a really, really, really long story. Your writing should be a snapshot in time, not a whole saga. Once you're done with your writing and you've checked it over, you are done with English Language Paper 1. Well done, everyone.